Yes or no?
Yes, she has.
Player is also wearing number 3. He's a senior, 6'3", Riley Lindsay.
That's audio. Make sure the volume.
And for Bainbridge tonight, he's wearing number 4. He's a sophomore, 5'10", Blake Swanson. For Kitsap tonight, he's wearing number 10.
I know,
senior,
we're up. No,
5'10",
I know.
Jacob
Got to see it up here to be sure that.
For
Test,
Bainbridge
test,
tonight,
test.
Number 13, he's a junior, 5'9", Joey Blacker. For North Kitsap,
Testing,
tonight, he's
testing.
wearing number 12. He's a senior, 6'1",
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Carson Roberts. And for Bainbridge, a junior, number 33, 6'7", Nick Edens. And for North Kitsap, a senior, 6'3", tonight he's wearing number 24, Kendall Gill. And completing the starting line for Bainbridge, tonight he's wearing number 51, sophomore, 6'7", Oscar Dietrich. Line up for the Vikings, number 44, he's a junior, 6'5", Adam Lemon. Tonight's officials, Mr. Brian Streety, Mr. Rich Urey, and Mr. Tom LaPierre. Would you please rise, remove your hats, and join with me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. I pledge allegiance
Welcome to West Sound TV Presents High School Basketball, beginning of the 2012-2013 season. I'm the Dr. Doc Pa, Patricia Ann's on the camera, Kitty Campagna on that other microphone, and we're up at North Kitsap as the Vikings host the Bainbridge Island Spartans. Best you get almost to a cross-town rivalry, except for Kingston maybe, Kitty.
Well, this would be your cross-bridge rivalry at least. These guys, Bainbridge came all the way across the bridge.
And, of course, the Vikings in the white and purple, Bainbridge in the dark blue and gold. And the Vikings come in winners from their last game against North Mason.
They did win against North Mason, but they've lost the game that they played after that against Central Kitsap. So they are 1-1, but 1-0 in league. Their very first game was a league game.
The NM game. Coach Tony Chisholm from the Vikings and Mr. Scott Orness coaching those Bainbridge Island Spartans.
Going in the middle, and that was number 51, Oscar Dietrich for Bainbridge. Out there for the Spartans, we have number 3, Trent Schulte, number 4, Blake Swanson, 13, Joey Blacker, 33, Nick Edens, and 51, Oscar Dietrich.
Long outside shot on the baseline is good. They're going to give them 2, it looks like, for that one.
That's your 6'7" man putting that up out there. They have 2 guys out there listed at 6'7", both Edens and Dietrichs.
And one a junior, one a sophomore, Kitty. A little bit of time for Coach. He may stay around for a year or 2.
So the guys in the white for North Kitsap, we have number 3, Riley Lindsay, 10, Jacob Hill, 12, Carson Roberts, 24, Kendall Gill, and I'm missing the last one. Number 44, Adam Lemon.
And that's Jacob out there handling it for the Vikings out at the point.
He puts it up because of the shot clock. There were 35 seconds left on that shot, or start with. There were only like 3 left when he shot it.
Him, Bainbridge working it around, kicks it outside, and they're going to say that North Kitsap could not quite keep it in. That would be 24, Kendall Gill.
This Bainbridge team has had a couple games. They are 2-0. Neither of those were league games.
Oh, look at that there. That number 33 for the Bainbridge Island Spartans. Nick Edens at 6'7", that height that you can't teach.
The Twin Towers, as we've seen a few
Correct.
times. See what they pick up from Gonzaga, and they're like quadruple towers these years.
So Bainbridge will work it around the outside into the middle there. Nice little move by number 51. That would be Oscar Dietrich.
Great rebound by Lemon there.
Still 2-0. Bainbridge Island up, underway here at quarter number 1.
Pretty pass.
And unfortunately, Bainbridge is ready for it.
That was Joey Blacker with the block.
Oh, nice assist on the inside by Bainbridge's sending it in, Blake Swanson, but they couldn't complete it.
Did you see hair like come off of Scott Orness at that point? That must be, or else I might have just seen a couple turn gray on
The
that.
pass was correct. It was a beautiful pass.
It was.
Unfortunately, no assist because the basket was not made. 5:20 here at a 2-0 lead for Bainbridge, who has the ball in the very dark. I don't remember these dark uniforms.
They might
Navy
have,
blue?
maybe they have a contract with Nike like Oregon so that they can just get new ones for every game.
Outside beyond the three-pointer, let's see. Yep, that one's going to be worth 3. And that one can go to Joey Blacker.
Well, Doc, in the game against Squim, Joey had 24 points, and he had 4 threes in that particular game. I think they also had Trent Schulte, who had 4 threes, so they had 8 or 9 threes in that particular game.
Well, it's great to see Coach Orness out there. I don't see his dad on the bench, but...
I don't know that his dad lives here anymore. On Facebook, as weird as
Okay.
it sounds, his dad had made a comment about their article about the first game, saying that he was thrilled that they were doing so well, and it said he was living in Auburn. So I'm not sure. Maybe I look like a stalker at this point. But this Bainbridge team beat Squim in their first game, and they beat a team from Sumner in the second.
And actually, Squim was one of the teams that was listed to be by the preseason poll to be at the top of the Olympic League.
Well, and Squim made it rain threes that night as well, so it must have been quite the outside shooting night.
And of course, this is a preseason game. Bainbridge in the Metro League 3A and North Kitsap in our Olympic League, a 2A size school. And whistle blows.
Adam Lemon going to pick that up. He was actually kind of trying to get out of there and was sandwiched and ended up as getting the foul.
Well, almost halfway through number 1 here. A little bit of full court pressure, but nice job that time by Blake Swanson to get beyond the pressure D.
They're going to call a foul as he went through the middle. And look, Doc, we have a board that tells us who was fouled and how many fouls they have. That was a foul on number 10.
Kitty referring to our weekend game with the Admirals.
Blake Swanson puts in the first one.
And second shot, nothing but net, Kitty. It's now a 199 for the Vikings. Oh, they just changed the scoreboard.
Oh, you were
And
liking.
I don't know why they gave the Vikings one.
They
We go.
They
Now
did
they're
put
back
the
to
one on
0.
the wrong side. I think they're figuring it out
And
slowly.
it should actually be 7, I believe, for
You are
Bainbridge,
correct.
because there it is. Both free throws made by Blake. Oh, long down court pass. And that one off the glass and in for Joey Blocker, who you talked about just a moment ago. 9-0 now. North needs to pull themselves together, Kitty.
Guarding him on that was Michael Urquhart, who just made the 3. So there's pulling himself together.
Finally, NK on the board with the 3. Halfway through quarter number 1. Blake Swanson handling out front. Number 13 is Joey Blacker. Oh, too easy. Wide open. Down low. Number 42, Riley Irish.
Riley, just a sophomore already. Coach Orness trying some different combinations out there.
David Perry with him for the Vikings.
They've already had one 5-second call.
I was going to say, though, there was plenty of time left on the shot clock and tried to get it down low, could not complete to Michael Urquhart.
Kind of an interesting defense in that they face guard them and don't get behind them. So I don't think I've seen that sort of press before.
Working it around there. And it'll be Jacks.
That's Nick
right.
Edens.
Yep, Edens.
Kyle Jackson, Nick Edens with that basket.
And we've got a referee's timeout there to get things back together. 13-3, a quick jump here for the Bainbridge Island Spartans.
With 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. If you noticed, Doc, you were contagious. The PA announcer tried to call him Jackson as well, so sometimes those numbers are a little difficult to pick up, especially if the fabric folds.
Yeah, and on the PA, our good buddy Coach Jerry Parrish.
Exactly. Good movement by North, not finding many openings.
Chris Franklin, the AD now up here at North this year. They've still got 10 seconds. There's good time left. Oh, nice idea. That's a great play there, and they just could not quite complete it. Tyler Lee couldn't put it through. Oh,
gonna get the travel.
That's right, that extra step there, Kitty.
But look how their bigs run that floor. Nice job. Riley Irish, 6'5".
And now Coach Orness is going to put on a little bit of full court.
Come on, Felix, get on him.
And number 44 coming out of the game. Adam Lemon.
Now, he is the tallest person listed on our North Kitsap roster at 6'5", compared to the two 6'7" players on the Bainbridge Island Spartans roster.
Oh.
You just too many hands in there.
And a kick, so there must have been a foot as well. So they're going to reset that shot clock, and it will go back to North Kitsap. Good.
35-second shot clock in the boys' game and high scope.
Nice collapsing defense by this Bainbridge group so far. The only points scored are one three-pointer by Urquhart.
And it looks like the way that zone is going, North Kitsap's going to have to start establishing something from the outside.
There's a nice play by Jacob Hill, just not quite enough on the shot.
And that'll be a foul and send Bainbridge up to the free throw line, and it'll be Joey Blacker. He's listed at 5'9", you know, but he looks a little taller than that from up here.
It's that distance thing, yes.
Okay. But number 42, Riley Irish, is listed at 6'5". They don't look that much different. And coming in for Bainbridge now will be Greg Shea. You know, looking at this North Kitsap lineup, we have seen before a few years ago where North had nobody but seniors. And this year, they only have 3 of them on the roster. A lot of juniors and some softs out there.
Definitely seeing some youth on this team.
And again, you can't pass it when there's all those guys in blue and gold.
Becomes very difficult. Blacker's going to shoot it from 3.
Oh, nice board on the inside by Nick Edens.
You're not going to be afraid to shoot that 3 if you're going to have that kind of rebounding underneath. That's great for Bainbridge.
Minute 30 left to go in number 1. Good drive by the Vikings and a nice putback.
That's Ethan Grabner with the putback.
Sophomore Grabner putting it back. Uh-oh, Bainbridge down on the floor, but they keep possession. Yeah, and they're going to call a block.
A little bit too much hip on that one. That's going to be the 4th team foul on North Kitsap. They do not reset the fouls at the end of the period as they're only 8-minute periods.
Kitty's still into the Sunday game with
Doc,
the Admirals.
if it's Tuesday, it must be
Yeah,
North
high
Kitsap
school.
and we're boys. And then
right.
if it's Wednesday, it's going to be girls up at Bainbridge.
That's correct. Our chance to see the boys and girls Spartan team before they go into the overly expensive Metro League.
Well, and they have, that was a beautiful shot by
Good
number 20.
idea once again. North has been doing a good job of getting it down. It's just been excellent defense by the Spartans.
Also called height.
Yeah, that's true. I will admit to that.
But you can get past height if you have the right moves and then they are not moving their feet correctly.
And
Talk
Brad
about
Striggy.
moving feet.
Got to call a bit of a travel on that one for Bainbridge. So turnover to North, 35.9 seconds left to go here in the first period, and a 16-5 lead for the Spartans.
Got ourselves a veteran officials crew. Brian Striggy, that's Rich Urey calling it out, and Tom LaFerriere.
Yeah, you can't afford those kind of turnovers
No.
against a team like Bainbridge. And again, Bainbridge, a 3A size school, playing in the Metro League. North, a 2A school in the Olympic League, a little smaller.
Run to perfection, but good rebound by Tyler Lee. He is fouled by Greg Shea.
And that'll be the second foul on the Spartans in number 1. 24 seconds left to go in the first period. And Michael Urquhart will inbound for North. Ball gets tipped. Oh, look at that. Woo, travel.
That would be one of those
But
one
it
pass
was a
too
good
many.
idea. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Kitty. One pass too many, but they were pretty nice passes, the first two. And again, that full court pressure pays off for Bainbridge once again. And this time, smart play by Kyle Jackson, bouncing it off the foot of the Viking. So Bainbridge maintains possession. 21 seconds left to go in quarter number 1.
Oh, they give it back. Oh,
Takeaway. And so the Vikings finally get it to take it to the other end. Shot clock off with 10 seconds left.
6 seconds left. They
3. Shoot it.
gotta shoot it.
Shoot it. Oh, too late. Well, at the end of number 1, the visitors from Bainbridge Island leading the North Kitsap Vikings 16-5, Kitty.
I think what so far Bainbridge's coach and the bench likes most is the defense they're seeing out of this Bainbridge bunch. The one time they did get a 5-second call and the entire bench came up pretty excited, and on that very last, they had about 14 seconds that they could have gotten a shot off and just not allowed.
And you know, the Vikings have been running good plays. They've been getting themselves in the position that they want to get in. But I think the key is what you said, maybe one pass too many, maybe trying to force that final pass into a D of a bunch of guys from Bainbridge.
Well, you gotta like if you're Coach Tony Chisholm is that these guys are still being patient. They aren't just popping threes from nowhere. They are trying to get it inside, which is a difficult position. But what you do if you can't make that play underneath there, you still use that pass in and a quick pass back out to the open shooter.
And it's that pass back out that we haven't quite seen a whole lot of.
And that, again, might be just a factor of the defense if they are preventing that. So,
Correct.
We certainly can tell them how they're supposed to do it, but not sure that we can show them.
And again, a young North Kitsap team. And are pretty young, actually. You look at Bainbridge, and they've got about the same. They've got 3 seniors on their 3 seniors on their team. A lot of sophomores.
I asked for stats and info to enhance our broadcast, and Coach Ernest said, well, we lost like 70% of our scoring from last year when the seniors left. He said, I have a ton of sophomores, and as you see, he certainly has some height and a little bit of senior, but he's playing everybody.
And two of those height guys, Oscar Dietrich and Nick Edens, is 6'7". Oscar is sophomore. Remember him playing last year as a freshman a little bit. And Nick a junior.
I remember Nick as well. I think he got injured in the one game we were watching. But
Yep.
And Coach Orness had said that pretty much his whole 8th grade year, Dietrich wasn't unable to play because of injury.
Now, see, again, a beautiful, excellent play. North Kitsap did exactly what they wanted to do. They got the ball inside to Riley Lindsay. His turnaround didn't go in, but he'll pick up the foul will be given to Bainbridge, so inbound with a new clock for the Vikings. I think the Vikings, there we go. Well, there we don't go with an air ball. But I think the Vikings are going to have to establish some kind of outside shooting to pull this Bainbridge defense out a little bit.
All they can do is they're going to sag all night if you aren't making that shot.
Whistle blows.
Not sure what was called.
I saw 5 fingers held up, but I don't see or 4.
Oh,
4-4.
Originally, the shot clock did not move.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's exactly it. And
Our
so
referee
he meant 4
wants
seconds
a
had
little
to come
more
off.
time off that shot clock.
Yeah, he's got it now.
So inbounding for the Spartans, Joey Blacker sends it in to Blake Swanson.
Brian Strege has just called a double foul on the 2 underneath the basket. I think we're looking at Oscar Dietrich and number 3, Riley Lindsay.
7 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in this first half. 5 team fouls on each team.
That's a double foul on number 3, Riley Lindsay for North Kitsap, and number 51, Oscar Dietrich.
That's what it was.
Well, you know, having Dave Ziesmer with us at times has really helped us understand some of what the referees are doing. So hopefully learning some of that from him.
Oh, count it and give him a trip to the free throw line. Joey Blacker gets 3 and a chance at 4.
Blacker's just a junior, but I certainly remember him getting a lot of playing time as a sophomore, and I do remember that he has an affinity for that 3-point shot.
Count it. 20-5 lead for the Bainbridge Island Spartans.
I have him with 10 points already.
Oh, there's the pro length 3. Nice board down low by Kendall Gill. And North just cannot get that ball to drop. Oh, good pickup there. Unfortunately, Riley Lindsay cannot put it up and in. And Blacker will bring it the other way. Into the middle, count it. On the drive in the paint for Nick Edens.
Great move by the big guy on that particular play.
There they are, right where they want to be, and shot doesn't go in. Great offensive board, and no call. And Bainbridge comes away with the second one.
22-5.
Oh, tried to get it to Oscar down low, but got loose, and North picks it up. 6 minutes to go in the half. Oh, very nice play there by Carson Roberts, the senior for North Kitsap. Coming in with the reverse.
He basically used the rim as to keep his defender from blocking.
That was pretty easy for Nick Edens at 6'7". Once he gets the ball.
Nick's already got 8 points, but it's his good movement that has set that up. I like the movement by North. They've been moving it pretty quick down at this end. That's probably going to be short.
It is.
You can just feel it.
And Bainbridge comes away with it. Dietrich handles it. Sends it over to Swanson, who will drive. Lay it off the glass for 2. 26-7. And Coach Chisholm says, let's take a timeout and consider this.
26-7, 5:18 left in the second quarter. These guys have just been running up and down. The Bainbridge, it's partially the height, but it's also the recognition by the guard on that time where the middle was open because they're so busy guarding the height. So very tough team to guard.
And Coach Oness, I think, has done a nice layout for his strategy for this game today. He really is working that driver, going into the middle and then kicking it out to the person driving towards the iron, or allowing the guard just to drive.
True. And but I've also liked the movement of the big men. They are knowing where they're supposed to be, not always directly underneath the basket.
5:16 left to go in the first half. Jacob Hill with it and taken away by Bainbridge. It's a 2-on-1. And off the glass and in for Trent Schulte.
Trent actually had quite a bit of playing time as a freshman last year and doing a lot of, in fact, he started tonight as a sophomore.
Down low. And again, they've got to run a good play. They've got the position. They just have not been able to finish. Now, once again, Schulte at the layup off the board.
Just up and down that court so quick.
Into the corner, counted for 3 for Riley Lindsay, the senior for the North Kitsap Vikings.
Maybe that's it. You have to wear the number 3 on your back in order to be successful. Joey Blacker has been it, and he's number 13. So let's see if Schulte can do it.
Blacker's shot is off, and rebound picked up by the big guy. Oscar Dietrich sends it back to Blacker. Blacker's second shot is off, and a nice board that time by Adam Lemon. 6'5", Adam's got a lot of work to do down low against those big guys from Bainbridge.
He's kind of on his own island, isn't he,
when it comes
to that?
Right, yeah. Inside to Adam. Little hard off the glass.
Adams had 2 shots that have come close where he's had good position.
Swanson out front for the Spartans.
Swanson's also just a sophomore.
Take the jumper. Shots off, but look at that board. And nice rebound by Edens at 6'7", and he gets fouled with the putback attempt, so he'll go up to the free throw line.
That is the 7th team foul on the Vikings, and that one's going to be the second one on Michael Urquhart. I remember Andrew Urquhart, who was a basketball player and receiver for the football team in the past, so I'm thinking with this spelling, they're somehow related. Oscar's going to take a seat, and number 42, Riley Irish, into the game. They're in the proper colors for the Irish of Notre Dame as well.
You mean that team that is going to be in the championship series?
Doc.
With
yes.
The BCS championship team in football.
So very exciting.
It's great. Really, it's been years and years since Notre Dame had, an incredibly proud tradition in football. So it's fun. I'm glad to see that. And they're taking on last year's champion.
And, it's fun to be able to, mention them once in a while. So we appreciate you letting me talk about them.
The Irish.
15 seconds on that shot clock. Bainbridge being pretty patient right now.
They got 10, plenty of time. Here we go, jump shot at the free throw line, won't go down, but look who's inside for the putback. Offensive rebound and putback for number 33, Nick Edens.
That's 10 for him already as well. When you have 2 people in double figures in the first half, you're tough to beat. 34-10 lead.
And that ball gets loose. Bainbridge comes away with it. Oh, and down low, couldn't complete it, but almost to Riley Irish. He's only 6'5", though.
Yeah.
Not 6'7". Now there's a nice play. Oh, it does go in for Adam Lemon. They have been making great plays. The plays have been there. They just have not been able to complete them.
It's part of it is just the thought that the big guy's going to knock it out of your hand.
It must be, because the plays have been good. They've been getting down within 3-4 feet of the hoop.
Yeah, a couple times they've just shot a little bit hard or maybe quicker. They have to shoot so quickly because soon there will be a hand in your face.
And up to the free throw line, junior Adam Lemon at 6'5".
I remember saying some good stuff about Adam last year.
Free throw is off, but they're going to say it's going to be a North Kitsap reshoot. And so Adam will have another opportunity. And the second one, nothing but net. 34-13 in favor of the Spartans. A little over 2 minutes to go in the first half. Oh, nice drive. Shot is short, though, and North Kitsap's going to come away with it, but on the line is Lemon. Must have had the foot on the line there.
Looked like that's what he was pointing at, yeah. I don't know that we mentioned that number 1 is in there for Bainbridge, Peter Lindsay, a sophomore. Great opportunity for Coach Ornest to give everybody some playing time.
And shots off. Rebound, though, goes to Bainbridge. And finally controlled by North. Nice down pass. Oh, there again, number 32, Michael Urquhart, just could not complete the deal. He had the position.
He did. And again, just a little bit hard, and that's
got a little too much adrenaline.
That foul's going to go on North Kitsap on that one. Kind of a reaction to being mauled at first. And that will be the 8th team foul, so they're going to shoot 1 and 1.
And up to the free throw line will be Peter Lindsay. Is that Peter? Yep. Peter Lindsay, sophomore. Number 1 is good, so he'll get a second.
Peter listed at 5'8". But you don't have to be tall to shoot free throws.
And that one's off, but Bainbridge gets the board, and it's Dietrich. Back to Lindsay. Lindsay will drive the baseline. Good D by the Vikings. Back to Oscar, and a little bit, one step too many for the big guy.
And I'm seeing that with Dietrich, that you can still tell he's pretty young and is kind of working on his footwork.
Uh-oh!
Tripped by a cheerleader? I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, it was a nice takeaway by Joey Blacker. But maybe a little moisture on the court. But North Kitsap will get the inbound with 1:32 left to go in this first half. Into Jacob. Hill with it. Over to Urquhart. Nice pass. Oh, and Lemon's shot will not go down.
Oh, that was so nicely done.
The play was great. Outsider, count it for 2, says Brian Striggy for Riley Irish.
That's good, Riley Irish.
1 minute to go in this first half. Shots off, and who's going to run it down? It's going to be Peter Lindsay of the Vikings, or of the Spartans, excuse me. Swanson with it, guarded out front by Tyler Lee, or by David Perry. And that one's good.
2 more for Blacker.
Joey Blacker with that basket.
They're doing full court pressure. The 39-13 lead. And make it a 41-13 lead, and I guess this time they don't need the full court with 20 seconds left.
I guess that is the plan this time.
Jacob Hill shot is off, and Dietrich with the rebound for the Spartans. 12 seconds on the clock. Will they take one, Kitty? No, they'll go for it right away and get it. Riley Irish on the inside. Oh, and the long shot from 3/4 length off. And at the end of the first half here in Paulsbo, the Bainbridge Spartans leading the Vikings 43-13.
Well, Doc, we talked to a gentleman who is a middle school coach who's watched a couple of these kids play for many, many years, and he gave us something of a prediction of what was going to happen tonight. And we We aren't up here to show a blowout, but we certainly wanted to get an opportunity to see this Bainbridge team, because once they go into Metro, there are fees involved that make it that much more difficult. So we are happy to be up at North Kitsap.
That is correct. And, you know, Kitty, North has had 90% of their plays have been absolutely right. They've been good. They've been solid. Maybe one pass more than you need a couple of times, but generally good plays. They just were not able to get that ball to go through the twine.
The good news is they're changing baskets at the half, and so if
Sure,
that's the problem,
it'll be happy for them, for North Kitsap. Well, at the end of the first half here in Paulsbo, the Bainbridge Island Spartans leading the North Kitsap Vikings 43-13. We'll be back with a second half for you shortly.